We have created our chord progression, and now we are going to create some rhythm. I'm going to use Epic Toms by Adia. So first let's name this progression, this track, for what it is. And let's create a new track. This is going to be our toms. Okay, and let's create another MIDI item that is 4 bars long. Let's open it in our MIDI editor. Oh, wait, load the patch. Wait, where do I? Here they are. And again, let's purge our samples. Okay, let's close the sampler. Open the track, and let's add some notes. Okay, so this is the pattern in the tutorial is based on Strezov's free taiko drums, and I switched later on to Epic toms in my tutorial series, so I'm going to adjust. Let's find a different drum here. Maybe this one. Well, let's copy it and paste it into all 4 bars. Let's humanize a bit. Let's have a listen. Oh, wait a minute. The last one is here. Okay, this will work. Let's try to create some razors by changing the velocity. Okay, this will work. Let's close this window. Let's see what we have in the tutorial. Okay, we need to copy this thing. Copy items, paste, and move this drum piece here. So it's going to fit what we have in our tutorial. Okay, let's create some groups here, like a percussion group, and let's group our drums to this percussion group. So later on we will have all our percussion instruments in this percussion group. Let's do the same. Let's do the same for strings that we are going to do add right now. Strings and nothing. Okay. In bars 5, through 8. We are going to add a string ostinato right now. Oh, let's move this above the percussion. So we are going to load violas here. Okay, violas. I'm using cinematic strings too here, and okay, double click. And again, turn off the reverb, update sample pool. We are going to use staccato articulation. Okay, our violas are loaded, and let's create a new track, new MIDI item. Let's open it, and what do we have here? An interesting thing in a lot of DAW software is that you can actually display semi-transparent notes from another track. In Reaper, you just have to click this little eye icon, click, and whoa, and the strings will be displayed. So you can actually see where you can where you want to add the notes. Okay, let's create this pattern, which is okay on C3. Oh, C3. A3. Sorry. Is that the correct tempo? By 2. Oh, let's single this thing out. Solo this thing out so we can only hear our violas. Good. Let's copy this a couple of times, and what I want to do right now is to copy it into another bar which have different notes, and just move this around to fit our chord progression. Listen to this. Nice, nice, nice. Let's copy it to another bar. Let's fit it to our chord progression. It's an A. Yep. And now this is this part here. On A, with slight change. This goes on G. Wrong one. This one goes on G. Let's humanize a bit, and let's have a listen. And this is our basic string ostinato. Let's have a listen to our track here. I might need to tune down the upbeat drums. So let's have a listen. Okay. Let's create a new track, group it below, to strings below the violas. Let's call it cellos. Long, because we are going to add some long notes right now. Oh, up. Let's load cellos here. And yeah, let's add the cello long notes on some down on some lower octave. Oh, and let's lower their velocity a little bit. And now we're going to create our legato. In the tutorial, I explained that you need to overlap the notes together, and you prefer to do this before the note is supposed to switch, because the legato needs some time to react. So if you would make something like this, the legato, the two notes would the legato will be triggered later than the beat, and this would be heard. You could hear it as a mistake. So you need to make the legato a bit earlier, and there is no rule actually how earlier. Every library is programmed differently, so you need to actually experiment and listen. We are not going to worry about such details in this tutorial, but it's very important to remember and to do this overlapping properly in your own tracks. Let's have a listen. I think... Alright, I want to create some velocity change here using a mod wheel to raise this particle track. Listen to this. Oh, I'm going to lower the velocity a little bit here as well to make it smoother. I hope you hear the difference between the high and low velocity in this particular library. The velocity changes the strength of the attack. The attack is how the sound of the instrument is started. Okay, let's go to mod wheel and let's create this modulation here. Okay, let's do it slightly different. Here and here and here. It's going to rise up and fall down. While this is a very simple use of modulation, you can actually create a very elaborate things with it. Oh, well, this kind of things. So in your tracks, more serious tracks in which you pay attention to all the details, modulation is a very important tool to improve the realism of your orchestral markups and generally any kind of music made on a computer using virtual instruments. And let's have a listen to our what we already have. And that's it for this part of the series.